Get started. All right, I'm excited for this call. Annie and I are going to help you guys work. And I think that this just kind of happened. Like we were going to do I think it's so smart and helpful to do this type of call at the end of the month because it just makes sense for us to come together, in the month strong, brainstorm, get the things done together. And then with the call being tomorrow, which we didn't actually that wasn't on the books, but I felt like we needed an opportunity call to end the month. And so I wanted to, it just kind of worked out how this is all coming into play. So we're kind of going to focus on tonight on the call that's tomorrow night. And then this will hopefully kind of give everybody a boost to just create new conversations, maybe create some follow-ups of people that you haven't talked to, and then kind of just get the funnel like we talked even Saturday. I know nobody on this call, I don't think, was at the our training on Saturday, but we just kind of talked about the funnel and keeping things always. We want to keep things always coming in to our funnel because it just makes sense. Because when we feel the most stagnant, or I know personally, and maybe some of you guys can relate, when I felt the most I shouldn't say stagnant, but when I felt like things weren't moving in my business, it was typically because I didn't have people that I was people coming in, so if we're not reaching out, then they're not coming in. Okay. So with that being said, we're going to people are still popping on, so I'm trying to approve everybody. So we're going to kind of do a few things here together to knock out some work together. And then we decided, because we kind of called this I think we called it half training or half power hour, half training, or something like that. And so with that, we decided to kind of do a Q&A at the end, just in case anybody's on here that's brand new, or just anybody that has a question that kind of wants to be okay, I have this situation and I need guidance or whatever. That will just maybe be helpful for you guys. So we're going to kind of just dig right in. I really quickly just want to say that we are having our best month ever. And I hope that you guys just can latch on to the momentum that we have here. I can speak for myself, and I'm sure for many of you on this call, we've all been a part of something that the momentum's not there. And when it's there, you want to run with it and you want to grab it up and utilize it and just share it, shout it from the rooftops. And we have so much of that going on. And with the fact that the end of this month ends our promo for the free mushrooms, I really look for us to enroll multiple people to just get them in the door with a really awesome incentive. And then just so much momentum with a lot of you guys who are pushing for, whatever rank. A lot of you are pushing for director and above. And I'm just so proud of each and every one of you. And what we have here is just my favorite thing ever. So with that, let's dive in. Annie, do you want to start and talk about, so we wanted to give you guys a couple things to actually use and share and run with, so that you have something put up and then it's easy, it's duplicable, you guys have it, and then we move on. And then that's done, that box is checked, you're putting out some information, and then we can actually do some conversations.
Hey, yes. So I just shared in the team page a bunch of story slides. So our thought tonight is, since we have Tabitha's call tomorrow night about the business opportunity, and then there's the mushroom call Wednesday night, it's a great way to still push the business, push the free mushrooms. So we're going to do some business slides. So I just shared a bunch of business slides. You can kind of pick and choose which ones you want to use. There's some about the why you want to join now, why Green Compass is the place to be, how the free mushrooms are extended, and then there's some advocate testimonial slides that you can post with that. So I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to go in there and grab what you want, post those. It's also great on your stories if you can take time. Maybe you don't have time right now, but to share yourself personally, share your story, why you are an advocate, all the things. And I apologize. I have a pug and she is snoring so loud tonight. It is not me. She's sleeping on my lap. So All right, let's take 5 minutes to put those stories up. If you have questions, drop them in the chat and we'll hit those.
If you just jumped on, we're having you guys share the story slides that are in, Annie just posted them in our team threads through Messenger. So you can go in and you can pick the story slides that you guys want to share on stories. So that will be up for you. So take a few minutes to do that. Hey Jen, that's a really good question. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send those graphics to you personally in your messenger, okay? And then that way you'll have those. And if anyone else needs them, because I know that Emily Ritzer's team, her downline, since we're running our call together tomorrow night, we're invited to this call. So I'm happy to put those to you. Anyone else that needs them, let me know. You're welcome. Okay, Amanda, can you maybe add me? Are we friends on Facebook? The only way I know how to do that is if you add me on Facebook. And then I could send you through Messenger. Do you want to do that? So it's on Messenger. We don't have them in the groups. It's just through a thread. I wasn't sure if you were on our team or under Emily.
Yeah, is that, I don't know which Amanda is. Is it Amanda Cole? If it's Amanda Cole, I can send them to her.
Yeah, I can't see. Let me know and we'll get you squared away here. Okay, is it Anna? Is that how you say your name? Sorry, you're muted.
Yeah, it's Anna.
Anna. Okay. So are you saying, so you're an advocate though, correct?
Yes.
So you mean you don't have a website of your own? Do you mean, well, you should. You'll have your own website to
Okay.
send to people. Did you just enroll?
Yeah, just recently.
Okay.
So,
So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to grab your link, and I'll help you with that. You can pull Lindsay
okay.
in, of course, but I'll help you too. I'm not sure. I think she's in
Okay.
the game. So why don't you, when we get off this call, why don't you, I'll try to get in touch with you, or you message me, and then I'll help you through this.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Okay, is everybody kind of got that? Don't complicate it. Just kind of put it up there. And like Annie said, sometimes when you have a little bit more time or you want to get a little bit more creative, I like to put those story slides up, and then I like to put like a piece maybe like before that, like I like to preface it with just like a picture of me, and like maybe like some thoughts around Green Compass, or something that's on my heart that I want to share, or why I think we have so much momentum, or why the growth is different here than it is in whatever, right? So like sometimes sharing just a little bit about your journey, and then sharing those kind of generalized like graphics just adds a little bit more to it, but you don't always have to do that, but just a thought. Okay, so I'm gonna share the next thing we're gonna do. Keep popping the questions in the chat, you guys. Those are good, and I think I got everybody squared away with what with these who weren't in our thread. So I'm gonna post now in our thread again, and for those of you who don't have it, I'll send to you separate. I'm gonna share the post that I created for tonight. Um, so I just posted it in there. Um, Feel free to use whatever picture that you want. Feel free to change it if there's something in there that you don't love. That's okay. Or if you want to make it a certain way with your own whatever story. This is just kind of a generalized thing that I think it's important when you do posts, that you put a tiny bit in about like maybe your perspective, your thoughts around the whatever the product, the opportunity, but then you kind of hit them with a few nuggets that could potentially kind of make them be like, oh, okay, like what, like I'm intrigued, right? So hopefully that does that for you, but it's in an invitation for tomorrow night's call. Um, so go ahead and find a photo of yourself or whatever, and then you can put that with it. And then you'll have a post up tonight. And then that's giving about 24 hours for people to comment on it and check it out and ask questions or ask for the link. And again, feel free to reword it. I'm coming at you guys with those others that didn't get it. Okay, I think I got everybody. Here, Annie, I'll put it in your thing too. And then I'll put it in Rise Nation too, even though y'all are all in it, but it's fine. Okay, so hopefully that's easy enough for you guys to do. Don't feel pressured to like sometimes maybe you want to create your own, and that's okay too. Go off of mine and create that. It's just that there's no reason to recreate the wheel. If you're feeling stuck or you just want to get something up, this is an easy way to do that so that you can just share. So I'll give you guys a couple minutes to do that.
Okay, I think we can move on to the next thing. So now we're just gonna spend some time being social on social media, boost the algorithm. The most important thing I've learned the last 12 years of doing direct sales is the relationship building aspect of it. So I'm gonna give you a few tips and then we're gonna spend a little time just interacting with people. So there's different places, different spaces to build, and you don't have to do them all. Like master the one you feel most comfortable in, or that you see that you get the most results in. So if that's on Facebook, all I want you to do right now is just scroll through your feed, like and comment and encourage other people. You know, if you see somebody's first day at school, like a mom sending their kid to college, comment on it. Things like that. If there's any opportunity to message somebody, maybe you see somebody that is dealing with pain or anxiousness or something like that, that's a great opportunity to connect with them. If you need a script on how to do that, we're happy to share. But I just want you right now to go through and just build relationships through commenting, interacting. If you are on Instagram, you can do this by same thing, scrolling your feed, liking, commenting. A great thing to do is leave a couple likes on a few things and leave a comment with a question. The other thing you can do is watch your stories. You can do this on Facebook or Instagram. Watch people's stories and interact on their stories. So let's spend a little time just interacting with followers, building relationships. If you have questions, pop them in the chat and I will keep an eye out for those.
Okay, hopefully you guys got like some different messages out or like commented on some things or replied to stories that you were watching just to kind of like respond to people. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is really one of the most important things to the business is really just sending out the question and the invite and the ask, right? Like the big ask. So I have wrote up two generic invitations. You can choose one, both. This will give you ideas on what to just say. You can also put in, I just shared those. I'm going to share them for everyone here. You can also put up, like, I talk about anxiety a lot because that's just my story, but insert anxiety. If that's not you, insert it with whatever it is that this has helped you with, right? Um, I think that it's so hard sometimes to determine. It's not really hard, but sometimes we are so excited about the business and we share about, like, we're like, hey, you got to listen to this opportunity. It's amazing. Da, da, da. But then someone's like might not even be to that spot, right? They're like, whoa, like, I don't even know what you're doing, what you're sharing. So sometimes I kind of like, depending on who you're talking to, I think it's great to be bold and ask about the opportunity because you just don't know who would be interested. However, then there's the flip side of like, these people aren't where we are, right? They don't know they're not quite there. They're not, we think everybody should be where we are, but like they're just not. And so maybe we want to just more share about kind of like the product side of things, right? The solution to an issue that someone is having that they're sitting there waiting on you to ask them. Um, the second invitation is more just like generic. It's not really focused on tomorrow night, but it's an invitation for them to watch the TED Talk in which could really hook them. And I shared today in our team thread, Emily Ritzer gave me this idea. What she was doing when she's talking to people about the opportunity tomorrow night, she's actually sending them the 2-minute GC story video. If you don't have that video, just let me know in the chat. But and that's a good idea, I think, just because sometimes our words don't maybe catch them, right? Like you just don't know. It's not anything magic. It's just sometimes like the right time for people to respond and they're like, yes, I need this, or oh my gosh, I've seen your post. And here's the other flip side. If you're not posting and if you're not sharing consistently, and if you're brand new, it's okay. We're gonna work on that. But it's kind of a twofold thing. Like they need to see your posts and they need to see your consistency in the posting. And then when you go to reach out to them, they're not going to be like, what are you doing? Like they're going to kind of halfway maybe know what you're doing. And I've gotten a couple messages these last couple days. Just I've been posting more on Facebook and I've been somewhat consistent. Which is weird because I'm not consistent on Instagram right now and I don't really know why. But anyway, that's another story. But I'm having people respond like, oh my gosh, what is it? Tell me more about these products that you're using. And so people will come around. It just takes that posting and in message combination. So I encourage you guys to reach out to at least, I would say at least 5 people about tomorrow night's call. And then because here's the thing, if they can't get on tomorrow night, then we could send them the replay. And then, or maybe 10. If you can do 10 people, that would be incredible because this is a numbers game. And if we ask 10 people to come, how many are actually going to come to the Zoom? Like maybe 2. I don't know. You just don't know. But the more you can ask, the more chance that you're going to have people on there, which we're just wanting to get in front of people. That's the biggest thing that we can do is get in front of people. And when we offer Zooms and we do posts and we send invitations and we, send them a quick like 2-minute video or whatever, all of those things are really kind of just getting them exposed to this and helping them understand. So let's take a few minutes, about 10, and let's try to shoot these invitations out to a few people. And if it's somebody like I know this message might be like kind of like this message feels weird if it's somebody I know, and that's okay. I mean, it's not okay. Don't send it if it feels weird. I just mean like I just wanted to create something generic. But if it's somebody you might just be like, "Hey, Sarah, like I this is kind of random. Um, Sorry, my dogs. This is kind of random, but I'm so excited to share it with you. You know, I just recently started using Green Compass products. It's helped with X, Y, and Z. You know, I'm hearing so many amazing testimonials, blah, blah, blah. Like, would you be interested in learning more about it? Like, I know you struggle with this, or I know we've talked about this. I would love to like for you to be on the Zoom tomorrow night where my team is doing a Zoom. Um, a lot of people will support you just to be on there because they want to support you. And even if they don't, you know, it's just nice to have people on there learning and listening. And maybe now's not the right time, but eventually it will be. Um, okay, any questions for that? Pretty self-explanatory, but feel free to mix up that invitation if you want to change it. But then I also want to say really quickly, I want you guys to think about people that I talked to Kim about this weekend. We were talking about she works in construction and she works with a lot of men. And so she's like, this is kind of different for me because like, you know, I'm not like big on social media, but I am big on in person. And I was like, this is great. Like I always say belly to belly. Like belly to belly is an awesome way to connect with people. But even just talking, like thinking about the person, because men are very much interested in this business because men are very open to using these products. And so I just say that with the understanding that you will be so surprised as to who will be interested in this business and this business opportunity because it's different, because nobody has what we have, because it's new-ish and we haven't like hit our peak. So I want you to think about like the business minded possibly person. They've maybe never done direct sales, but they own a business and they would be great. They have a storefront. They already have traffic flow in their business. Think about people that maybe have been in direct sales, but that was a long time ago. And there's just so many people to think. And if you find or think of one of those people, then that's great to message them and be like, hey, listen, I have this incredible opportunity. I really think you're going to want to listen to this. I really think you're going to want to like see what this is all about. I'd love to share it with you. Like, you know, we're having a Zoom tomorrow night, or maybe you want to send them another third party tool, but that's just another way you can tweak like your invitation. Just speak like you would if you were talking to them. Okay, shout out when you guys like get like a couple few out or whatever, 5 out or whatever. And then here in a couple minutes, we're gonna move on to follow-ups with Annie.
Okay, guys, I'm going to kick off the follow-ups for you. So if you don't have follow-ups to do right now, that's okay. This is a great time for you to still use to send some more invites or just go interact, build relationships. But for those of you that do have follow-ups, we're going to take about 10 minutes to do that. So I want to remind you, the fortune is in the follow-up. So how many times have you been out running errands, doing things, you get a message on your phone, you read it, and then you get distracted, you don't respond? This happens all the time. And it actually shows your customers or your potential customers or your potential advocates that you are going to do what you say you're going to do. You're going to follow up with them. You're going to make sure they get results and you're going to work them through the whole process if they do join you. So fortunes in the follow-up, you do want to keep track of who you're inviting. That way you remember to follow up with them. You can use a notebook, or there's this really great business building prospect tracker. I can't speak, tracker on Instagram. But really take time to check in with those people within a day or 2 days, whatever you say it is. So oftentimes you'll see us, what I do, I don't know what Tabitha and Lindsay do, but a lot of the times I will send people the functional mushroom, that short, like 2-minute video, or I'll send them the TED talk of the endocannabinoid system. So I sent you a few scripts about that. And then I sent a couple follow-up scripts on if they hop on one of our live calls. And then what I say after they watch the TED talk video, like how do I respond to them about setting up a custom cart? So the biggest thing is asking a lot of questions. You don't want to just go in with a link and make the sale. You want to know what they want to target. That way you can build the best protocol for them and actually like really listen to what they are wanting to find relief with when you are making recommendations. So all those scripts are in the green page. I'll share them to the other two. And I think I have a couple other follow-up scripts on my phone. I'm going to look and pop those in there too.
Okay, I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap up. Does anybody have any questions? Like, I know that might feel like a lot if you're newer, um, but I promise it's like it's really simple once you just get rolling and you do it, and then you get a good response, and then you get people that are like, "Yes, I want to know," and you just feel more confident sharing. And there's so many things that will come and you'll gain just by like doing this and showing up and putting the exposure out there for people. Um, does anyone have any questions that my kids are home. Feel free to ask. And if not, feel free to message me or Annie or any of us after we're done if you kind of just like want guidance on something or just have some things that you need answered. We're happy to help you. Everybody good? All right, so tomorrow night's call is at 7:30 Central Time, 8:30 Eastern, I believe, right? Um, yes. And so hopefully like just set a goal maybe to get like at least one person on the call tomorrow night. That would be great if you all could get one person present on there. I think it's going to be good. So I'll put this recording in our team for everybody who missed it. And we'll talk soon. Thank you guys for getting on. Oh, yay. Awesome. I know I need to get to inviting myself. So, we want to do a picture? Want to do an Annie?
Yeah, I'll take a picture real fast. Let me close the chat so we can see us all. Okay, smile. All right, great. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much. See you later.